Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning on this 10.16.2023. Current time is 0550 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside on this Monday. We're starting a new week. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich here on the Twitch, as well as Fireman Rich on all those other fine social media platforms. My three main ones: Truth Social, Instagram Threads, and X/Twitter. And I do have a Facebook page, the real Fireman Rich, I guess. So I have, not a really main one. That's whatever you see on those first three, you're going to see on all the other ones, basically. So, but good morning. I hope everybody had a good weekend. We sort of had a good weekend. Saturday wasn't all that great, but it was rainy, and I got a little bent out of shape because I couldn't complete a do-it-yourself project, I guess, and. But we did do some broadcasting using guest stars, and I do have guest stars activated. I'm going to start probably. It doesn't take much. I gotta run everything through virtual cam. But I did it Saturday, and then I had one yesterday. Saturday, who did we have up Saturday? Oh, we had Glick and Tony D. 2-hour broadcast Saturday, and then yesterday I was up for an hour because Tony D did not have the Fantasy Belt King football broadcast because he was busy doing some real world stuff, I guess, and for me the real world stuff is always a priority. And speaking of which, this Wednesday I will not be broadcasting in the morning because I've got an 8 o'clock dental appointment. The missus says I'm a little crazy, but I'm going to be in the chair for a couple hours. I got to get some work on. They're going to be putting a tooth in, so I'm getting an implant over here. I had a tooth that they couldn't do any more work on it, so they took it out. And I already have a tooth out on this side, but I need a tooth there to anchor. You should have molars on either side, so. You can have one tooth on upper and lower, after the wisdom teeth, but two is not a really good idea. So we're going that route, and it's pretty interesting as far as that goes. So I will not be broadcasting Wednesday morning. I may, if depending on how I feel, but I don't think. Having known somebody that has gone through this, I don't think I'm going to be in any condition to broadcast. I will do my morning tweets probably if I have time. But just as a heads up, I will not. And then tomorrow we got, I think the Mixcloud. I got a Mixcloud tab up to remind me to. Let's see. Currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York is currently 40. Is it 40? Yeah, 46 degrees Fahrenheit. That is 8 degrees Celsius as far as that goes, and I can't really see. It's dark out because the sun's not up. It's sleeping in, folks. We're gonna have light rain early. We didn't have a bad Sunday. Sunday was it's fall, autumn. I did see some geese. Are you up? I forgot to tell you? I saw some when went out to.
Oh, really?
After dinner there.
Yeah.
To the garage. I come back in, I'm looking up, and there's geese flying south. So that's the first sighting of geese. Yeah, so the missus is up getting her juice and coffee. The subtle signs of fall is definitely here because it's just cooler. But today we're gonna have some light rain, then remaining cloudy with showers in the afternoon. Yesterday showers were coming down from the south, or from the north. I'm sorry. Winds out of the north by northwest, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Chance of rain is about 80%. Sun will be rising this morning at 7:19, which is in about another hour and 5, 10, 15, 24 minutes. An hour and 24 minutes, the sun will be rising. And the sun will be setting later today at 6:24 p.m. So the days are getting shorter. The days are getting shorter, definitely. And like I said, was that yesterday? Yeah, no, that was yesterday. I saw the geese fly. They're the first group of geese. Usually, I know when I was at the day job, used to always see the geese flying overhead. Oh my God, hundreds and hundreds. So I don't know if this is the start because I haven't seen any before that. I know I haven't seen any robins. So we'll see what happens on that. And I'm just noticing the time, 5:55. Current time is 05:55. Remember my brother firefighters and sister firefighters that have passed. It's a number, 5:55. As far as you ring the bell 5 times, pause, 5 times, pause, 5 times. And it's just a significant number, I guess I see, and I wasn't looking for it. This is also, I see a lot. For some reason, I look at the clock a lot of times, and I'm not even looking. It's 11:11. That's a significant time, I guess, from what I've been told. Let's see. We do have a thought for the day, and this is from somebody new I've never heard. I had to look him up before I guess I posted it on my my social media feeds, I'll call it now. This is a quote from Bertrand Russell. Bertrand Russell, who are you? Let's see. Bertrand Russell was a British mathematician, philosopher, logician, and public intellectual. He's from the UK. Passed away back in 1970. Born in 1872. Wow, in the United Kingdom. So he was a British mathematician and philosopher, as far as that goes. Somebody chasing you, Jack? And his quote and our thought for the day is as follows: "The good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge." I can definitely agree with that. The good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge. You know, you can have love, but you can be, stupid in love in a sense, I guess. But you have to have the knowledge to know that maybe the love that you receive back is genuine or something like that. I don't know what, knowledge. He's a very knowledgeable man. He was a mathematician, so. But life can't be always hunky dory. But we have to have those moments to where, I just look at my own life. It's ups and downs, and I've expressed them a number of times here on this broadcast. But it's the thought for today is just something to chew about, to get a hashtag positive start to the day, hashtag PSTTD, which is positive start to the day. So the good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge. Bertrand Russell, thank you very much, sir, for that. As far as that goes, very distinguishing looking man there with his pipe. He sort of has that J.R.R. Tolkien stance with his. I'm looking at it on the bio, his Google bio, and he's got the pipe in there. I guess it was very distinguishing to have a pipe back then. Let's see, our national day today. Let's see what we got on the docket. Let's see, the broadcast, for some reason we're down to 22 frames per second, and it's set for 30. That's interesting. We're still good. It's 5200 is excellent broadcast. From the OBS, I'm starting out at 56,000 KBS, but I'm losing like 400 KBS. So, but it's in the green. It's green. We're not getting dogging down into the red. Let me check the sound here on this broadcast here. Where's it? Right there. Let's see. We got good sound. Okay. 720p. Okay. We got good sound, so oh, and I got a commercial. Holy crap, I got a commercial over here. 55. We're going to wait for the commercial to go away, because I'm sure people that are watching this We've got 4 people in the broadcast. That's interesting. I'm watching a commercial on my own broadcast. Oh my lord. Look at that. I don't feel comfortable with that. Why is that? Why is that, Google? Or why is that, Twitch? Huh? I don't understand that. We're going to wait here patiently until... And then there's another one. What's this one? Expand your world. Met Quest 3. Okay, we're back now. We're back. Though I do have enough... Okay, we're back after the commercials here. Let me silence this here. We got good sound. And we're off and running. So it's just like... It's just weird. That is weird. I always have a second to... Well, actually, I've got the... for comments, just straight comments, I got the LG Stylo 4 on Stream Manager comments. Then I got the picture and... well, I got a tab open on my Surface 3. There's one over here on the laptop. But the main thing I look at is the Stream Manager to see how the stream is going. And then I just started doing the my Samsung Tab A tablet, as far as that goes. As far as I got multiple devices up just to check as far as that goes. And oh, let's see. Are we good on there? Yeah, we're good on there. Okay. So, okay. So let's get back to let's see, the no, we did talk National Day. I get a little flustered there. Let's get some more coffee in me. Let's see, for today, Monday, October 10th. Let's see what we have on the docket here. National Sports Day? Okay. National Liqueur Day? Ooh, I like that. Make some drinks. National Clean Your Virtual Desk Day. Oh, okay. That's just cleaning out your files that are on the cloud there. Yeah, that could be a good one. World Food Day. Okay, that's a good one. Department Store Day. I don't know. Do people? The stores, you know, what's it? Penny's is a department store. Sears used to be a department store. Do people still go? I think I go to one. I think it was last year. I've been to Penny's. I've been through Penny's once. I think with the missus, we went to Penny's. Maybe twice. I've been to Penny's. I know at least once. Go to Penny's maybe once a year. Let's see. National Dictionary Day. Okay. National Boss Day. Boss shouldn't have a day. Unless a weekend. Okay. I'm going to go with this one because I have... we have members of our family that are of the feline. We're going to go with Global Cat Day. Hashtag Global Cat Day. On October 16th, raises awareness surrounding non-lethal feline programs across the country. More than any other shelter, animals, cats and kittens face euthanasia at a much higher rate. However, programs such as trap, neutering, and release TNR are making it possible for cats to live a full and healthy life right in our neighborhoods. We had recently lost one of our cats, Calvin. We had to let him go because it just wasn't, that's what you have to do. Several years back, we had to put Max down, our dog, because it was just his quality of life would not be good. So it's that's when I guess euthanasia you have to do for the animals and stuff. It's in their best interest. You don't keep the animal because you feel you have to and stuff. You have to look at the. But Global Cat Day, I remember Calvin. I remember Ben and Peach. Those are our two original cats we had many years back. We had them before we got Max, and then so today we have Jack is the oldest. He's laying right here on the chair, Then there's Lucy, who's the mother, and the four kittens. Of course, Calvin, he passed away. And then you had Bug. They were the two black cats. And then you had we have Dora. That's one of the sisters or daughters, I guess, of Lucy. And then Murdoch. Murdoch is he likes playing otter. He likes sitting on his back, and he likes his belly being pet. So we're gonna go with National Global. Well, actually, it's Global Cat Day, so it's a global thing. So there we go. As far as that goes. Oh, let me back up on the weather. I forgot the world. I'm just looking at it, and it's right there. It's right there. That's another device I have. I got so many devices, I get sidetracked and stuff. Let's go backtrack onto our world times and temperatures in Honolulu, Hawaii, right now at 12:05 a.m. We have partly cloudy, partly clear, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona at 3:06 a.m. We have clear skies, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. In Chicago, Illinois at 5:06 a.m. The Windy City is clear skies, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City, the jungle, as I like to call it, we have at 6:06, and it's currently 6:06 a.m. right now. We'll pass top of the hour. We have clear skies, 48 degrees down there. So what did I say we were at? 46, and they're at 48. So they're a little bit warmer there. Okay. Across the pond in Ireland, Cork, Ireland, 11:06 a.m. Currently, it's cloudy skies, 46 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, Italy, at 12:06 p.m. Partly cloudy, partly sunny, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. In New Delhi, India, we have cloudy skies, 81 degrees Fahrenheit. South of New Delhi, in Mumbai, India, 3:37 p.m. Partly cloudy, partly clear, 91 degrees Fahrenheit. It's still hot in Mumbai. Probably humid too. Kuala Lumpur at 6:07 p.m. It's clear skies, 8. I was almost going to say that 8 looked like a 6. 84 degrees Fahrenheit. And then over in Tokyo, Japan at 7:07 in the evening, it's clear skies, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And down in Australia, Melbourne, Australia at 9:07 p.m. partly cloudy, partly clear, 54 degrees Fahrenheit. And over in Sydney, just east of Melbourne, at 9:07 p.m. in the evening currently. Is it raining? Okay, yeah, it's raining. The picture of the cloud is over the continent, and there's it's raining in Sydney at 61 degrees Fahrenheit. And I got bifocals too. Okay, there's the bifocals. I just find a spot there as far as that goes. So there's our world times and temperatures there. We're back on track as far as that goes. Let's see. Oh, what is it this morning? I've been up since about 3:45. So I've been up for a while bit. He said, well, why did you start? It seemed like you started late, Rich. Fireman Rich. And well, I came across, I always check on the my LG Stylo 5 Android track phone, what's been going on the overnight, checking the social media streams and stuff. And over there on X/Twitter, our good friend Michael Bathurst was broadcasting, and he was using Restream. Well, he was using Restream yesterday, and I sort of commented on his I made a comment on his broadcast, his second broadcast. What was it? Where's my replies? His replies. Let's see. Where's the reply? Oh, and I got some new. Oh, there it is. Yeah, he had a broadcast yesterday. What is it? Yesterday. When was that? Yesterday afternoon. He was on once, I guess. Yeah, he was on. Yeah, this is the first broadcast. Yeah, he broadcasted, and he broadcasted to YouTube because that's where he primarily is. But this was on X/Twitter. And I ended up. It was yesterday. Yeah, at 11:40. So it was probably right after I got off when I was broadcast. I broadcast for an hour yesterday in Tony's slot because Tony was busy, so I felt like broadcasting. So we talked a little football yesterday, but he was on YouTube. But then I looked and said, wait a minute, he has in the upper right hand corner he has Restream. He's using Restream. So this morning, and I ended up tweeting back to him yesterday. Hey, I spelled looky. It's like I said, I put an A. It should be look E. Is it Y or I? Well, I think he got it. Looky, you're finally joining the big boys using Restream platform. Very good, Michael. Yes, very good, Michael. It's good to see you back, and even more so this morning because he had a broadcast last night. What was the broadcast last night? Let me see. And I was listening to it. I was out on the couch and I was listening to it on my phone. And hey, good morning, Helen, Lady Leg from Scotland. She's in on the comments there. I gotta do the glance. I got so much crap here. But Michael was on last night, and I got to I listened to at least the first hour before coming on here. I listened to at least an hour. I still got about 50 minutes. They were on for almost 2 hours. So. And I think I saw that you made a few comments there, Helen, at the beginning of the broadcast there. So it was good seeing Michael, and I think he was having fun with it. I really do. I think he, and I'm going to have to make him a card as far as that goes. Helen, he was on late my time. Oh, of course, you're 5 hours ahead, Helen. Come on now. So it was 2 to 3. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he was on about 9 o'clock, where I was falling asleep to the Bills-Giants game out on the couch last night. Tony had just told me he was going to bed, and then Bathurst asked him to join. Tony I'm surprised Tony was on there after that. Knowing the day that, and I'm sure you know, I'm positive you know the day he had yesterday. And stuff. He elaborated. I didn't realize he has a real. I'm just going to leave it as real world stuff. He's got real world stuff he's taking care of, and that's important. He needs to take care of that. Screw the broadcasting. That's all secondary. I want to get to? Let's see. Where is that? Oh, there. I got to go to replies. Let's see. Replies. There's my replies. Okay, so where's? Oh, there he is. Okay, I just want to find his Twitter stream. So yeah, he had Brian. Yeah, Brian. He had Ted, and he had a full four panel broadcast last night. And let's see, it was 8 hours ago. So what time was that? Yeah, 9:34 he was on last night. So it's an hour and 53 minutes. I got through the first hour. I'll probably be listening to the second after the walk, because after I get done here, we go to... Yeah, it's nuts. He was so exhausted, he should have declined and got some sleep. I think he handled himself pretty well as far as that goes. So, but it was good to see Michael up and I think Michael feels comfortable with Tony, and he had Ted up and he had Brian. I was starting to go right down. Brian still needs to get my picks. Hint to Ted and Ed. Freaking tell Brian that he needs to tag him like Ted does. Ted doesn't have X/Twitter anymore. He's still working an issue out on that, but he still gives me his picks on. Just tag him to this broadcast, Brian. That's all you have to do. But Bobby Bickner's on. She's on X Spaces. She's on Spaces there right now. I'm just seeing it off to the side, live on X right now. Bobby Bicker. She's killing it on Spaces. I don't go on there that much anymore. But it was good seeing Michael Bathurst on last night, and as far as he kept on commenting. It was let's see, poke, nudge. Yeah, lots of exactly. As far as that goes, so I'm happy that we have him back in the fold, I guess, in a matter of speaking and stuff like that. He is using Restream, and Tony, Tony's been urging him for for like ever since Haps dropped, because Tony was he was I guess him and you, Helen, you guys were the first ones to use Restream, um, and then Tony just branched out on all these other ones and stuff like that. But Restream is probably the best. I know Ted Hicks uses StreamYards, um, and but let's see, what else do we got here? We got. But it was just good seeing Michael last night. Michael was, he's a good guy, even though I had my freaking moments with him. Oh, what do we have over here on follow back? I will be doing, like I said, the Mixcloud tomorrow, and seeing that Helen's here, I'm going to give Helen her the plug there that she more than deserves. Helen Leggy Lady 01 is over there on Mixcloud, mixcloud.com/Radio Leggy, RADIOLEGGY, and she also does. She's a photographer by trade, music lover. Of course, she knows her music. Live streamer, broadcast, radio presenter, contact, and she does. How come you don't have Radio 360 in here, in your bio? Down to earth and financially funny. That's cool. I told everybody over a year ago that Restream was the best. They only just, yeah. No, I think I was about maybe a couple months after Tony started using it and you used it, that because I'm still using OBS, and I have guest stars on right now. You want to come up, Helen? Do you want me to send you an invite? I got guest stars activated. If you want to come up, I can. All we got left is the history. You're too kind. Let me send. Let's see if you want to come up, Helen. I'll send you an invite. We can do the second half of the show talking about shit. We can talk about people. How about that? But we can't mention their names. Let me send you an invite. Let's see. Where's Helen? Let me put Helen in here. Where's Helen? Let's see. I got to get used to doing the StreamYards. I got to. Or not the StreamYards. I like Twitch. Twitch is my mainstay, so I'm able to use this feature that they have, and I like it. It can, things on the internet can be a little wonky. I got to actually add you to my favorites, Helen. I'm gonna bring Helen up. I'm gonna change the course of my broadcast. Let's send invite. Okay, Helen, I sent you an invite. So let's see if she takes the invite. Yeah, I think that I missed off 360 because I wasn't originally syndicated in the show. Oh, you should update it then. You need to update that, girl. So I sent you a Twitch invite if you want to come up on guest stars. I do have guest stars activated. It is in the comments saying guest stars just chatting, and we'll see if Helen accepts that. If you don't, that's all right. If you're busy, Helen, I understand. That's no problem. I'm just trying to get used to throwing this up here because I used it over the weekend, and it's just a small extra step. So check your email up in your let's see, it would be over here. Your email on your Twitch, the little envelope there. That's where the invite is and stuff. And we'll see if she comes up as far as that goes. And we'll have a guest star up here as far as that goes. I like using the guest stars. I used to. Saturday worked real good with Glick, and can't right now. If you're still on in a bit. No, well, I'm just going to do the hour a bit and stuff like that. But, okay, that's no problem. That's fine. No problem. Okay, we'll take that down and stuff. I just want to get in the habit because you know as well as I do, Helen, that we have to practice our. I'm not going to say it's a trade, but we have to practice this to keep familiar with stuff, and so I want to start utilizing guest stars. Not to say I'm not going to use Restream. I'm going to be using Restream. Believe me, I like using Restream. as far as that goes, folks. Restream is a very good platform. Helen uses it. Um, Tony D uses it, and now we have Michael Bathurst. Uh, Ted Hicks, he uses a what is it? He uses the StreamYards. He's always used StreamYards, so that's no problem with coming up, Helen. But Helen's one of the people. Actually, Helen was one of the. Let's see. After Tony, Helen was the second person I used guest stars on, and it worked. We worked quite well, and as far as that goes. Now, if I tried doing it on the old computers, no way. Restream would be the way I'd be going because Restream is user friendly for. Yep, I got. I'll get you morning. I'm usually running around juggling things. Yep, okay. I'm not back at home yet. Oh, okay. So you're out and about. No problem. I appreciate you being here, Helen. Helen is one of our regular viewers here, and I greatly appreciate her. She's coming in from Edinburgh, Scotland. For those people watching the replay on YouTube and Rumble, I usually say Rumble and YouTube. YouTube. Those are two platforms I'm on. So let's see. Tomorrow we'll be doing the Mixcloud. I mentioned that, and Helen's over there as far as that goes. But update your thing there, Helen. You need to update that because that's a big chunk of. I mean, you do a good show on the 360. I at least listen to that. I gotta go to the phone. Radio Garden is the app I use to listen to Helen, and all you have to do is I've got it. I got her as one of my favorites as far as that goes. Restream is much more lighter on the CPU. Yes, it is, Helen. That's true. Good point. And because I think I was using Restream on the older boxes. There's Tony. Salute to you, sir. Hashtag positive start today. Hashtag good morning. Tony says good morning.
Good morning, Tony.
There.
Everybody.
And Helen, she's saying good morning to you guys. Just waking up. You're right. I need to update. Yeah, and do listen to Helen on Mixcloud and also over there on Radio 360. Stand by for a minute. I don't like coughing in the mic. I got the control. I can turn it down. The going joke this weekend is that me and the missus were giving the colds back and forth and stuff like that. And Tony, Lady Lay goes to Tony late night. Currently down there, we did the weather, but following up on Tony, who's down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, it's currently 49 degrees Fahrenheit, 64 for the high, and 48 for the low. Partly cloudy down there. And Helen says good morning to the missus as well as Tony's, and she appreciates that. And I had to express to her how valuable she is because I know you guys love her, so I don't want to mess that sort of a. Let's see, Helen. Not really. No, Tony. I was just saying before you came on, Tony. I watched the first hour of that broadcast. I've been up since 4:15 or quarter to 4. I got up. I had to do their pre-feeding the cats there. I give them a little sprinkle before the missus gets up. Gets up. She gives them the main meal, and so I usually do that. If I wake up, I usually wake up at 2:30 to go to the bathroom. This morning I woke up at about 3:30, quarter to 4, and I'm looking at the phone. It's like, wait a minute, what's this? Bathurst. I hit it, and he has the broadcast last night at 9:30. And I'm about an hour into it, and I saw that Brian has given his picks, and I said, "Geez, I wish I had a pad of paper. It's too dark because I'm laying on the couch in the living room there this morning before going on the broadcast here. Brian's given his picks, and I'm thinking, Brian, I need your picks. So Helen says she's an integral part of the. I told her that, Helen. Yeah, she is. I'm seeing the value in that. Plus, you guys enjoy it, and she enjoys it too. But I didn't go to sleep. I did go to sleep. It was half truth. You probably wondering where I was last night right around 9 o'clock. I'm relocated out in the living room 9:30, and I think by the time you guys mentioned me in the broadcast, which I appreciate the shout out there, Tony, and stuff. You guys mentioned me. That's greatly appreciated. It is recognized. I fell asleep during the Buffalo Bills Giant game. I laid out. I think it was right after my nightly handful of peanuts. I'm sitting there watching, and then it sort of like sprawl out, and then I'm out. And I woke up and went to bed, shut everything down, and whatnot. And but it was good seeing Michael. I guess he really enjoyed himself last night. I'm just like I'm right at the part where he says, "Well, to wrap this up," and then you guys, it's like old Hap days. He ends up. I still have another 45 minutes to listen to it. You, Ted, and Brian, you guys are talking about football. I think that's a nice. I think that's a nice slot for him. Sort of an after football Sunday football, as far as that goes. I did do a broadcast yesterday, Tony, in your time slot. I knew you were busy, and I hope. Well, I get the gist from Michael's. You had a rough day yesterday, but I do hope it gets better as far as that goes on your endeavor there as far as what you're doing. Let's see. On this day in history, we'll just... it's only 38 minutes. Tony, I got guest stars. If you want to come up, just let me know and I can bring you up. I'm going to start having guest stars a couple times during the course of the week. Probably Mondays and Fridays are the best. Oh, and that's also Wednesday, Tony. I will not be on Wednesday morning. I got a dental appointment. I'll be in a dental chair for a couple hours for part one of like 3 or 4 times I got to go to the dentist. They have to install a tooth. I had a tooth removed here. It was, I thought it was just a root canal, but it was infected, and I guess it was a crack in it, and they had to pull it. And I just hope he got enough sleep. Yeah, I think Tony got it. Yeah, hopefully he did. Yeah, he did. Oh, maybe. Nowadays, Helen, you get 5 hours sleep. That's me. I think well, then again, if you add all the time I go to sleep, I guess it's equal to 8 hours. Yeah, you should get enough sleep. Let's see. Helen or Tony, are you at home? Are you got to go into work? Are you getting ready to go into work or something like that? Because I won't send you an invite then if. Oh, this is good news. Here we go. Oh, that's the NASA and European Space Center's Cassina mission 26 years ago today. I think Tony's listening, so I won't send him an invite. He's busy. I got to remember, you guys are busy and stuff like that. I'm retired for those folks that are watching on the replay. I'm officially retired. I'm a retired firefighter. I did work 17 years after I got out as a firefighter full-time, but now I'm fully retired. I get the Social Security now, which I guess is good. I don't have to work. Right, but he was physically on the going the. Oh yeah, I agree, Helen. The moving. I don't. I remember fully what moving is like nonstop. Yeah, those are. It takes you a couple days to regroup on those and stuff like that. Let's see. Back in 1997, 26 years ago today, NASA and the European Space Agency's Cassina mission meant to gather data on Saturn and its moons was launched from Cape Canaveral. The flagship class robot spacecraft comprised both of NASA's Cassina space probe and European Space Center's Huygens lander, which landed on Saturn's largest moon, Titan. Cassina was active in space for nearly 20 years, and 13 years spent orbiting Saturn and studying the planet and its system. And I've seen Saturn through my telescope. Or no, that's Saturn. I've seen Jupiter. I'm sorry. I haven't seen Saturn yet in the telescope. I have seen Jupiter with this telescope. So I'm a space nut. Let's see. Penny Marshall, who co-starred in the sitcom Laverne and Shirley, it's her birthday today. Oh, she passed away back in 2018. I heard the news that Suzanne Summers. God, I had a blank on her name. Suzanne Summers from Three's Company passed away. She was 76, 78 years old or something like that. She was battling cancer. She was she succumbed to cancer, I guess, and stuff. But she passed away yesterday afternoon or yesterday morning. Yes, it was yesterday, I guess. But I'm just looking. It would have been Penny Marshall. She passed away in 2018. It looked like 1943 to 2018. But she was in Penny Marshall was in A League of Her Own and Big as the first female director who. Yeah, she directed a lot of good films. She was a good director. Directed the first film that grossed over $100 million. Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev on this day in 1990 was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his efforts to lessen the Cold War tension, led the peaceful process, and opened up the nation. Of course, now it's closed and stuff like that. So, and back in 1999, the humanitarian group Doctors Without Borders, who do great work, they do fantastic work, was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for the French group's medical work on several continents. And 72 years ago today, a New York girl, New York State girl, because she's out there, and there's a statue of her out in Jamestown, New York. That's her hometown, I believe. The television sitcom I Love Lucy, starring Lucille Ball, and her then real-time husband, Desi Arnaz. It premiered on this day, 72 years ago. Wow. The beloved Emmy. I used to watch that all the time. That and Beverly Hillbillies. It was black and white. The beloved Emmy comedy ran 9 years for 180 half-hour episodes. One of the most influential sitcoms in history. I would have to agree. It was the first scripted TV program to be shot on 35 millimeter film in front of a live studio audience, and was the first show to feature an ensemble cast. For 2/3 of its running, it was the most popular, attracted more viewers than any other show in America. We loved Lucy. She's from New York. She's a New York State girl. She's out there. Her hometown, I believe, is. Let me double check on that just to make sure, so I don't. Lucille Ball. Lucy Ball. Let's see. Let's check the Google here. Lucy. Yeah, Lucille Ball was an American actress, producer. She was nominated. Yeah, she was born in Jamestown, New York, back in 1911, and passed away in 1989. She always had the red hair. Very distinct, as far as that goes. So, let's see. Oh, wrong tab. As far as that goes. We got six people up on the broadcast. 6 viewers. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. That's more. I'm still waking up this morning. Let's see. What else did we have here? That's about it. Let's see. Let's see. On this day, I remember this. This is one of my first childhood memories. I think. I was 4 years old. I remember this. This was my first worldwide thing. I didn't know what the significance of it was, but I remember my father standing in front of the TV, the black and white TV, very concerned because on this day, October 16, the Cuban Missile Crisis began. And as President John F. Kennedy was informing and I remember seeing McLurkers. Oh, we got Lurker. Okay, that people watching, that's fine. I don't care about that. As long as they're not trolls. Trolls, they get the axe right away. But on this day, I remember this black and white because I'm looking at the TV. I must have been playing with something, but President Kennedy was on the black and white TV, and I'm looking at my dad, and he just looked very worried. And I remember the presentation. He had the tripod, and he had the big photograph of the where they were showing the missiles. But the reconnaissance photograph revealing the presence of missiles bearing bases in Cuba. And these missiles were going to be used for nuclear tipped missiles. And the United States, no, we're not going to have that in our hemisphere. So that was a very tense moment as far as that goes. We literally were minutes away of going nuclear in the world back then. It was a scary time. I guess looking back on it, it was scary. But as a kid, I'm just like, oh, okay, it's just the news, big deal, you know. Just I was 4 years old playing with my toys in the living room. But my father would always sit in his chair watching the news. This particular, and this is the thing that stands out. I can picture now John F. Kennedy on the black and white, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking up, and my dad's standing. So here's years later, he was really concerned. You know, it's like, do we need to build a bomb shelter or something like that? Let's see. In 1773, during the French Revolutionary, Marie Antoinette, the Queen of France, was beheaded. Ooh, on this day. 1934, Chinese communists under siege by the Nationals began their long march, lasting a year from southeast to northeast China. The Nationalists were driving them. Well, the Nationalists are over there in Formosa or Taiwan, and whatever you want to call it. 1964, China set off its first atomic bomb, codenamed 596. Let's see, what else do we got here? And was back on this day, President George W. Bush signed a congressional resolution. Congress gave the authorization for war against Iraq, as far as that goes. I don't know if we really, looking back on it, did we really need to go? But it probably cleaned out a lot of the terrorists. And that's it for that, as far as that goes. Last night, Major League Baseball, they're in the playoffs, the League Championship Series. The Texas Rangers beat those Astros. Yeah, I'm rooting for the Rangers. I don't like the Astros. And let's see, they play again today at 4:37. I'm sure that'll be on TV. And then Game 1 of the Phillies and Diamondbacks, they'll be down there in Philly, starts tonight at 8:07. And they've got another game tomorrow. So tomorrow, Tuesday, and then they play again Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, going to the weekend, and hopefully by October 24th, which is next week, next Tuesday, they should have it all done, and we'll be starting the World Series on the 27th, which is a Friday. The World Series is going into November. The boys of summer are playing well into the fall. There still is Canadian football, even though we're focused on the American football, NFL. Let's see, this weekend we had the Lions. They just barely beat the Tiger Cats, 33-30. The Rough Riders lost to the Stampeders, 26-19. The Alouettes, Montreal team, won 35-21 Elks. And the Argonauts, of course, 40-27 against the Redbacks. So they got 2 more weeks of football, and they go into the playoffs November 4th, November 11th, and then the Grey Cup is November 19th. That's their Super Bowl. Now in football, let's see, how are we doing on time? We got 15. Okay, we'll finish up here with the. On football, the biggest game yesterday that I watched, because the games in the afternoon, I was actually playing PUBG. Hey, Tim Fan, yo, how you doing, sir? Glad to have you here. You finally made it in late. We were talking about Haps earlier, just to give you a hint. Michael Bathurst is back, and he was saying how Restream is like Haps. So. Just to let you know. No, you're don't worry. Yeah, there we go. Hap sucks. See, you're not late. You got your proverbial quote in. Tim Fan, for those people watching, he is he's a viewer here that that's in the chat as far as that goes, and Just to give you, seeing that you're here and Tony's here, I do have a preliminary for just up to the afternoon games, and I got hosed. Let's see, I got the tally for the first nine. I went 3-9. Tony went 3-9. Ted went 6-9. Ted, I think when I add in the evening games, I think he went like 14-5. He got 13-14. He won this week. I can tell you that. Brian, I'm still waiting for, despite the fact that I could probably get his picks off of Michael Bathurst's broadcast last night, but I'm not going to do that. Tim Fan, lots of laugh. Tim, you went 3-9 also. CBS went 5-9. So Ted and CBS, they're going to be the winners this week and stuff. I still got to tally up last night games because the big upset by far is the Jets winning against the Philadelphia Eagles. That's the biggest upset. The afternoon games, well, I was going in between Cleveland and Cincinnati because they had both games up at the same time. So I was watching the Ohio games, and those games, earlier Baltimore beat Tennessee. I picked Tennessee. That was a game Ted, Tony, and you, Tim, won. The Cincinnati game, Cincinnati did beat Seattle barely. Myself, Tim, and then the San Francisco Cleveland game. That was an upset right there. The two top dogs. They got, but they'll survive. I guess Tony and Michael and Ted were talking about that. They got their one loss in. They're not going anywhere. But nobody picked Cleveland. Nobody picked Cleveland. So I'm going to be tallying that up today. Excuse me. And hey, Jeeves. Good morning, Jeeves. Coming in from Vancouver, Canada. Our friend from the Great White North there. Hello, Jeeves. Thank you for being here, sir. So the football was interesting. As far as Cleveland won, Cincinnati won. As far as that goes, let's see what are the other games. Dolphins won, of course. Dolphins, I don't know. I wonder who they play next week. Texas, they're getting their act together. They beat the Saints. I had the Saints in that game. Falcons lost to the Commanders. Jaguars, there's another team. They beat the Colts. And the other game, you could say, I don't think it was close, was the Lions. The Lions are the real deal, folks. And Raiders, Patriots. The Patriots are in dire straits now. Cincinnati is no longer in the basement. It's the freaking Patriots. They're the bomb, along with the Giants. The Giants had a new quarterback last night. I can't remember what his name was, but he was there because Danny Jones was on the sideline. I guess he's supposed to be playing next week. Before I fell asleep, I did hear that on the couch of last night's game. So, Tony, I wasn't asleep. Yeah, I guess I went to bed in a manner of speaking. But I do go to, if I'm not in this chair right here watching TV, and I go out to, because the missus before the game started. She said, "Oh, you want to come out here?" She's not watching TV. I said, "No, I'm going to fall asleep." I ended up going out there anyway. So we had some good football tonight. The Cowboys play the Chargers, and who do I got in that game? For Monday night, I did pick the Cowboys along with what CBS picked them. Tony and Tim picked Dallas, and then over on the LA Chargers, you had Ted. He's the only one that has the Chargers. Maybe he knows something we don't know. We'll have to ask him. I see him. That's in LA. Chargers, they're dangerous. They are dangerous. But the Buffalo Bills, 14-9. So that wasn't a stellar game. Now getting back to the Jets game, I tell you what, the big let's see, I finally got a raise. $6. Oh, good for you. That's good for you, Tim. Congratulations. You more than deserved it as far as that goes. On the Jets-Eagles, I just want to finish with the football there. That the Jets won because the Eagles coughed it up. Was it 3 or 4 times? I was starting to worry about the Bills because they coughed it up once. And Jeeves saying good morning. Let's see, Jeeves. I'm getting ready to go see my girlfriend who's in Everett, Washington. Okay, so you're coming here to the States. Okay, glad to have you here, Jeeves. As far as that goes, are you gonna? Oh, you start. Oh, she's already starting to cleaning. So that's my cue. I got to finish up
No,
here.
you don't.
Well, no, I've been on for an hour here and stuff. I just because um, hey, Jeeves, when you off? Okay, how long you gonna be staying, Jeeves? Is it a long visit? As far as that goes? You have a girlfriend here in the States. That's pretty cool. That's interesting. I have a train at 6:30 and I leave in 45 minutes. Okay. Well, safe travels, my friend. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we're coming up on an hour, so we're going to go ahead and,
Take your time. I'm just.
oh, well, if I had somebody come up, but everybody's busy. I know Tony's busy. Helen, Mr. Twix, squeeze, how exciting. I want a full report. Yeah, make sure that, and there's Tony. Tony's still with us. Okay. And Jeeves saying, good going today and coming back on Wednesday. Okay, so you're staying, okay. And Melanie coming in, we're right at the end of the broadcast, Melanie. Melanie coming in from Rockhampton. I got that far. Central Queensland. Central Queensland. Rockhampton, Central Queensland in Australia. We're currently there in Australia where she's at. It's 9:46 in the evening. Yeah, again. You can watch it on the replay, okay? Everybody's coming in towards the end anyway. You're not the only one, Helen. I imagine he's going to probably be popping in here, and he's sort of a last minute guy. I know he's on the train, so that's okay. That's no problem. If you watch it on the replay, I got actually yesterday's broadcast and Saturday's broadcast because I guess they had guest stars. Again, I'm using guest stars, and Jeeves says he will give a report as far as that goes to Helen, and that's going to be a private conversation. Okay, you don't need to publicize. We know it's good that you're going to visit and stuff. Yes, I'll watch her. Okay, I appreciate that, Melanie. I hope everything's well there in Australia, and as far as that goes, and I do appreciate you being here, as well as all the others that are in the chat right now. This is a good Monday. This is a good start to the Monday. We got a full chat, and I like that. That's good. Helen, everybody has been lurking, waiting for you to wrap up before they say hi. Oh, is that how it is? Okay. It's been really hot here. Oh, yeah, you guys are getting in your summer. We're going into our fall. I said at the beginning of the broadcast, yesterday I had to go out to the garage to close the doors and stuff. And when I was coming back to the house, I looked up and there was about maybe 50 geese heading that way. That's south. They were heading that way. So I'm starting to see the geese. We're having the tall tale signs. And I think it was Saturday I talked about this with and Tony D was surprised along with Glick. What the hell is that? There's a little caterpillar. What are they called?
Woolly bear.
What's that? Woolly bears?
They call them woolly bears.
Woolly bears. Look up woolly bear caterpillar. It's a caterpillar that's about 1.5 inches long, and it has black. It's got a reddish brown center, but on the tips it's black. If the woolly bear thinks that there's going to be a hard winter, those black tips will be a lot bigger. If they're just on the tips, small, maybe a 1/2 inch or something like that, or less than a 1/2 inch, it's going to be a mild winter. We've been seeing a lot, and we have these caterpillars out, and it looks like it's going to be a mild winter. Like hiding from someone and jumping out last minute and saying peekaboo. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, you can hear the coughing. I'm coughing, and it's starting to get better. Last week I was sneezing up a storm and stuff like that, and Jeeves laughing at Leggy Helen's comment there. But we are at our 1 hour mark, and I got some stuff to do. I want to get this wrapped up and posted, and we're going to be going for a walk here in probably next 45 minutes to hour or so. So we're going to go ahead and exit stage left here, folks, and get our day started. And I got to get a refresh on my coffee. So we had a good start. Hashtag positive start to the day. Hashtag PSTTD. And I want to say thank you to Helen over there in Scotland, Edinburgh, Scotland. And later, take care. You too, Jeeves. We have Tony D coming in from Warner Robins. Tony, have a great day today. Just stay on an even keel there, my friend. You'll get through this stuff. We're thinking about you, my friend. Tony D down there in Warner Robins, Georgia. Thank you for being here. And I want to say thank you to Tim Fan 40 who got a raise. You got a $6 an hour raise. That's big. That's huge. Congratulations, Tim Fan, coming in from Michigan. We have Mr. Twix, Jeeves, who I've known since the Blab days. Thank you for being here, and safe travels to down there in Washington State. He's taking the train here. Thank you, and thank you very much, Melanie. We love you. It's great having you here. Coming in from where's my card? I always have to have the card for Melanie. Central Queensland, Rockhampton, Central Queensland, Australia. Thank you, Melanie, for being here. And as far as that goes, Tony comes in with a bazanga. Cheese comes in with a later. Take care, everybody. Yeah, you too. And Helen saying, okay, bye, Rich and everyone. And Melanie says, love you all. Yeah, we love you too, Melanie. Thank you for being here. Tim Fan, you see the plane with a parachute drop out of the sky in the South Bend? No, I'll have to check that out on the news feed. So this is Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, wishing you all well as far as that goes on this day. Have a great day, and we'll be back. We won't be here Wednesday. I'm going to be in a dentist chair, and Helen coming in with have a great day, folks. Yes, have a great day. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care. Thanks a lot, guys, in the chat. Appreciate it.